Hello, Maithili. I have joined.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I think we could start the session. Amisha, could you please start?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, one and all. I welcome you for the session titled Success Toolkit for Students, organized by the Career and Placement Cell in association with Life Skills Committee. We have a very young and dynamic resource person as the speaker for today's session, Dr. Jyoti Hegde. I would now like to request Vice Principal Dr. Rodney De Silva to say a few words.
Good afternoon. It's my privilege to welcome Dr. Jyoti Hegde, corporate trainer and life skills trainer. She is here today to talk to us on a toolkit for success for students. Ma'am, you're most welcome. And we have a set of enthusiastic students who I'm sure will have a lot of questions for you. Okay. And students, please ask ma'am a lot of questions and get a lot of your doubts, etc. cleared. Because all of them are raring to go and into the corporate world, into the business world, etc. And they are very eager to have the right toolkit for success. I congratulate my placement cell and the career cell for organizing this event, and also the skill development committee for organizing this event. And I wish all of you all the very best and all success for a very fruitful interaction. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. As said, we have with us today Dr. Jyoti Hegde. Dr. Jyoti Hegde is a corporate behavioral trainer, a life skill trainer for students, and an internationally published children's author. Dr. Jyoti has a degree in Ayurvedic medicine. She has over 13 years of work experience in the medical field in various hospitals, medical centers in Bangalore and Goa. Dr. Jyoti has been trained by various master trainers to practice and implement international concepts of positive psychology, facilitation skills, and neuro-linguistic programming in developing and conducting training programs. She has completed basic intensive training in choice theory, reality therapy, and lead management from CRPI, an affiliation of the William Glasser Institute, USA. Jyoti has also completed her competent communication from Toastmasters International, a world leader in communication and leadership development. Dr. Jyoti is also a co-creator of the Life Skill Diamond Model, a framework for holistic development of children. Dr. Jyoti has conducted sessions on various aspects of behavioral training for employees from organizations like Armitam, Britisher Silicon, Cipla, Omega Hotels, etc. She has recently started CHAMPS, a year-long program on life skills and personality development for kids. Dr. Jyoti has also conducted motivational trainings for teachers and personality development and public speaking workshops for students. And she has been recently awarded Goa State Top Training in Development Leader in the year 2019. We welcome you, ma'am, and now I request you to take over the session.
Thank you for the introduction. I will start this session with a question. Okay, what are the 3 P's that I expect from you? There are 3 words starting with the letter P. Can you type in the chat box? What is the first P that I expect from you? A word starting with the letter P. What could it be? You can type in the chat box. Thank you for responding, Joy. Joy says punctual. What else? Participation. Very good. Okay. So Usma has got it right. First is participation. What is the second word? What could be the second word starting with P? Anand says patience. Anything else? Productive. Any other answer? The second P is also participation. And the third word is also participation. Okay. So I want you to participate, participate, and participate. Let's make this session interactive. I will be asking you questions and I want you to write the answers in your notebook. If you attend this session passively, it will not help you. So to get maximum benefit, I want you to attend the session actively. I will be asking you questions and I will make you do certain activities. So you have to write it in your notebook. So let us see what we are going to learn today. First is how to be more positive and happy. Second, how to be more confident. And third, how to make better use of my time. Now I want each one of you to select any one topic out of these 3 topics, which you feel if you learn today and go, it will give you maximum benefit. Select any one topic which you feel if you learn today and go, it will give you maximum benefit. If you have chosen one, please type positive and happy in the chat box. If you have chosen 2, type confident. If you have chosen 3, type time in the chat box. Choose any one topic which you feel it will give you maximum benefit. First was how to be more positive and happy. Second was how to be more confident. And third was how to make better use of my time. Positive and happy, time, positive and happy, confident. Thank you for responding. Yes, positive and happy. Thank you for responding. Okay. So for each of these topics, we have 2 tools. Now let's go to the first tool. In life, you must have seen that there are certain things that are in our control and some things are not in our control, right? So our first tool is on circles of control. You can see two circles over here. The inner circle, that is orange in color, it includes things which are in our control. Now, surrounding this circle is the outer circle. It contains things which you cannot control, which you cannot do anything about. Now, in lockdown, there were certain things which were not in your control. For example, when my college will restart, when I can be again with my friends, when I can go on vacations again. But there were also some things which were in your control. Some of the examples are develop new hobbies, do things I enjoy, learn new skills. Okay. Now, what will happen if you focus on the things which are not in your control? You will feel sad. Whereas, if you focus on the things which are in your control, you will feel positive and happy. Now, I want you to write down 3 things that are not in your control. Write it in your notebook. Now, there's no lockdown, but still there are many things which are not in our control. Can you give me 3 points? Please write it down in your notebook first, and then you can type some in the chat box. Write 3 things that are not in your control. Please type in the chat box. What are the things you cannot do anything about? Weather, very good, Tricia. Any other points? COVID, yes. If a new variant comes, that is not in our control. Whether if it rains suddenly, it is not in our control. War, very good, Sainil. That is not in our control. Excellent. Okay, so you need to focus on the things that are in your control. Now I want you to write down 3 things that are in your control. Yes, Sarthak, uncertain events are not in our control. Now write down 3 things that are in your control. After you write in a notebook, please type in the chat box. Yes, Saini, protect our health. That is in our control. To be happy is in our control. Very good, Sarthak. New things to learn. Yes. Actions. Very good. Emotions. Very good. Our actions, our emotions, they are in our control. To make choices. Very good, Sophia. Exploring new things. Excellent. You all are giving wonderful answers. our priorities, time utilization, the way we spend our free time, that is totally in our control. Very good, Shree. Okay. So the first tool, circles of control, what did we learn? We need to focus on the things that is in our control. It will help us to stay positive and happy. Now we'll go to the next tool. Now you can see two graphs over here. Okay, they are of heart rhythm. Heart rhythm is heart rate versus time, means how the heart rate varies with respect to time. There are two graphs over here, and you can see the word state A and state B. Now, what is the meaning of the word state over here? It is the emotional state of the person. Now, what is that one word to describe state A? Means what was the person feeling when his heart rate was recorded? In case of state A, what do you feel? Please type your answer in the chat box. In state A, what was a person feeling when his heart rate was recorded? Anger. Tricia says anger. Any other answer? Fear. Any other answer? Fear, anxiety. Yes, you all are very close. The answer is frustration. Okay, what is frustration? We feel that things will happen in a certain way, but it doesn't happen that way. Okay, the feeling we get is frustration. Now the other graph you can see is smooth. Now what is that one word to describe state B? What was a person feeling in state B? Happy. Tricia says happy. Sarthak says calm. Yes, calm. Tension free, relaxed. Very good. Stable. Okay. So here the answer is gratitude. Now what is gratitude? Gratitude is being thankful for all the good things in our life. Okay. So if we keep focusing on what is not right in our life, we'll be sad. But if we are thankful for all the good things in our life, we'll be happy. So the next tool is count your blessings. Now you can see this slide. The table is fully loaded with different things, but still the child is asking, but what do I have to be thankful for? Okay. Now I want each one of you to write down 7 good things that you are thankful for. It could be your parents, health, shelter, food, internet. Okay. Please write down 7 good things that you are thankful for. Write it in your notebook. After you finish writing in your notebook, you can write 1 or 2 points in the chat box. Sarthak says life, TM says God, family, health, parents, friends, better living conditions, peace and happiness. Very good. Health. Please check the previous answers, and if you have some different answer, you can type in the chat box. Write 7 things in your notebook. After you finish writing 7 things, then you can type in the chat box. Knowledge. You can also write items, means things for which you are thankful for. Your belongings. Water, very good. Air, My guitar. Excellent. Okay. Now you can see two objects over here. I want you to identify what is the first object and what is the coating used for the second object. Please type your answers in the chat box. What is the first object and what is the coating used for the second object? Velcro. Granville says Velcro. Yes, that is the correct answer. First object is Velcro. And what is the coating used for the second object? Can anyone answer? Okay. The second coating used is Teflon. First object is Velcro and second is Teflon. Now Velcro is used for purses, shoes, belts. Okay, what is the property? Things stick to Velcro. Whereas in case of Teflon, it is non-stick. Things do not stick to Teflon, right? So keeping this in perspective of our mind behaves like Velcro in certain situations and it acts like Teflon in certain situations. Can you guess in which situations does our mind behave like Velcro? You can type in the chat box. Our mind behaves like Velcro in which situations? Can you guess? When they are affected by certain things? Anyone else? Get insulted. Very good. So you all are going on the right track. Okay. Past memories. Yes. So our mind behaves like Velcro in negative situations and it behaves like Teflon in positive situations. You must have seen that if suppose something bad happens in our life, we remember it even after many years. Whereas if suppose something good happens, we immediately forget it. So this is our default behavior. And it is one of the top reasons why that stops us from being grateful. Now let's do an activity. Okay. I want you to look around the room and identify objects that are blue in color in your room. Do not write it down. You need to remember it. Okay. Look around the room. I'll give you 20 seconds. Look around the room for 20 seconds and find all the blue things that you can see. Five seconds more. Okay, please stop. Stop and look at the screen. Okay, I want you to type in the chat box 5 things that are green in color, not blue. And don't look in the room right now. Okay, type 5 objects that are green in color in your room. You found it difficult, right? I told you to look for things that were blue in color, although green things were present. So now what you can do is look around the room and see for green things present in your room. Look for things that are green in color. Okay. Now what happened over here? I told you to look for things that are blue in color, so you focused on blue things, though green things were available in the room. So what you focus on expands, the rest fades away. Earlier, I told you that our mind behaves like Velcro in negative situations and like Teflon in positive situations. That is our default behavior. But this can be changed. How? If we start focusing on all the good things in our life, those things will expand. The rest will fade away. Whatever we focus on expands, everything else fades away. So from this tool, we learned how to be more positive and happy. Okay, focus on all the good things in our life. The first tool was circle of control. Focus on things which you can control and be thankful for the good things in your life. Now we'll go to the next tool. That is the achievement log. Think of all your achievements, and I want you to write your top 3 things that you have achieved. It could be the good marks or the medals, trophies which you won. Now, you must have achieved it with after you put a lot of effort, or by using a certain skill, or by using courage, or by doing a good deed. So I want you to write down top 3 things that you have achieved. Please write in your notebook. After you have written in your notebook, you can type in the chat box. Three things which you have achieved using a lot of effort, using a skill or courage or good deed. You can type your answers in the chat box so others will get an idea. Passing in our spelling bee competition. Very good, Tricia. Anyone else can share? Example of courage could be if you had a fear of drowning and still you learned swimming, achieved a merit award. Very good, Usma. Getting over fear of darkness. Excellent. Came third in a football match. Very good, Grenville. Please write at least 3 things which you have achieved in your notebook. First place in high jump, first place at group dance competition, distinction in 10th. Excellent, Jesseline. Okay, now what I want you to do is close your eyes and remember the time when you have achieved this. Think of your achievements in detail. Second place in race. Very good. Okay. Think of your achievement in detail and see how you feel. Okay. Now you can open your eyes. Now we'll go to the next tool, that is strengths. Now what is a strength? A strength is anything that I'm good at doing. It could be baking, playing a musical instrument, drawing, painting, singing. Okay, I want each one of you to write your top 7 strengths, 7 things that you're good at doing. Write it in your notebook. After you have written, please type in the chat box. It will help others. Baking. Siddhi is good at baking. Rishia is good at singing. Dealing in pressure situations, very good. So if you feel, you can read those who have answered in the chat box. And if you feel that you also have that strength, you can add it in your list of strengths. Anyone else can share? It will help others. It could also include qualities like you can make friends easily, or you're very caring, and you're a learner. Singing, dancing, drawing, cooking. Good, very good, Jesslyn. Anyone else can share? Singing. What is important is that you should feel that what you have written is true. Okay, so this will increase your confidence. Keeping my room clean. Yes, very good. Okay. Now I want you to read this list. Okay. And as your strengths increase, add them to this list. Now we'll go to be more confident. We learned from these two tools. One is we made a list of the achievements, and second is we made a list of our strengths. Now we'll go to the next tool. It says click on the arrow to decide which way to go. So which arrow should I click? Start, left or right? Type in the chat box. It says click on the arrow to decide which way to go. Which arrow should I click? The up, left or right arrow? Sainil says up. Was it hard to finish the puzzle without knowing what your goal was? Now try solving another puzzle, but this time with a goal. Okay, the goal over here is try to reach the purple star. Now, can you tell me which arrow should I click? I want to reach the purple star. Up, very good. Okay. Then I need to click right. And next, I need to click the down arrow. Okay. So in life, it is very important to have a goal. And our next tool, from this next tool, we are going to learn how to set and achieve our goals. How? By a 4D method. Now, why it is called 4D? Because it has 4 steps starting with the alphabet D. Let us see which are those. First is dream. Second is define. Third is divide. And fourth is do. Please type in the chat box the 4D method: dream, define, divide, do. It will help you remember. The 4 steps, 4D method: dream, define, divide, do. Please type in the chat box. Thank you, Jessie. Yes, thank you, Srishti. Okay. Now let's see each step. Step 1 is dream of a goal that is desirable and doable. Desirable means what? I want it badly. It shouldn't be forced by somebody else. Okay. And doable means I feel I can achieve it. So I want each one of you to set a goal. First step is dream of a goal that is desirable and doable. Now your example I've taken is I want to lose weight. But for you all, you can think of a goal in any one area of your life, which you will be able to achieve in maximum 90 days. Okay. You can choose in any one of these areas. For education, you can think that you can improve your marks in any particular subject. You can or learn some new skill, improve your health or fitness. And for fun, what is that thing which you will have fun? So I want you to think of a goal in any one area which you will be able to achieve in maximum 90 days. To help you explain, I've taken the example of I want to lose weight, but you can choose in any of these areas: education, learning, health, fitness, or fun. Please write it in your notebook. You can type in the chat box. Fitness. Anyone else? If you type in the chat box, I'll be able to guide you. Now we'll go to the next step. Okay, step 2 is define it on paper with details and date. Now, why write? Because once you write, your brain will start taking it seriously. Okay. Now, the weight loss example earlier, which I had given you, now I will be writing it on paper with details and date. For example, I will lose 5 kg weight. Here I put the details, how many kilos I want to lose. And I will also put the date, by when, 31st May 2022. When you write the date, I want you to write the day, the month, and the year. Okay. So for the goal which you have set, I want you to write it on your notebook with details and date in the below format. I will, please do not change the words, okay? Write it this way only. I will dash, put your details over here, and by when, put the date. When mentioning the date, please write the day, the month, and the year. For example, for fitness, you can, if you type in the chat box, I'll be able to guide you. After you write in a notebook, please type in the chat box. Okay, I will lose 6 kgs by 4th June. You can put the year also. So I will lose 6 kgs by 4th June 2022. Anyone else? Some other different example of learning some new skill or improving. I will learn new skill by 30th April 2022. Here, Shree, I want you to mention the skill which you want to learn. Okay, you have to put in details. Which skill you have to mention. It should be clear to you what you want to learn. Any other example? Improve your marks in any subject. I will learn a new language by 30th June 2022. Here also, Jesslyn, I want you to be clear and write which language you want to learn. So I want to learn French by 30th June 2022 or whichever, Kannada by 30th June 2022. So you should have clarity what you want to learn. Portuguese, very good. So please write it again, okay? I will learn Portuguese by 30th June 2022. Grenville, I will visit different places in Goa before 30th July 2022. Here, how many places you can mention? How many places you want to visit? and by 30th July. Thank you for responding. Okay, y'all are typing in the chat box. It will help others. Okay. Now we'll go to the next step. Step 3 is divide into sub goals. For this, you need to make a list of actions needed to achieve the goal. So what steps you will need to do, that you have to write. Secondly, you have to write sub goals with dates. That is divided into parts. Now for the weight loss example which I had taken, the list of actions needed to achieve my goal could be find out about exercises, find out about the right diet, start exercising daily, reduce eating junk food. Okay. And then I have to write sub goals with dates, means divide the goal into parts. For example, it could be I will lose 1 kg by 31st March 2022. Then I will lose 3 kg by 30th April 2022. I will lose 4 kg by 15th May 2022. Okay. So for your goal, I want you to write down list of actions needed to achieve your goal and sub goals with dates. First, write down the list of actions needed to achieve your goal. Then you can write down sub goals with dates. So we'll take the example, I will learn Portuguese by 30th June 2022. Okay, for this, what actions you will need to take? Example could be, first you will have to find out how you're going to learn Portuguese. Okay, whether online or offline, who teaches Portuguese. You'll have to find out all the information. If it is online, then you will have to Google, right? So similarly for other things also. I will visit different places in Goa. So first you will have to find out the information, which places you want to visit. So please write the list of actions you will need to take to achieve your goal in your notebook, and then you can share in the chat box. Also write the sub goals with dates. For to learn Portuguese, example for sub goals would be if you want to learn it online, then there are certain levels. Okay, so you can say that I will learn the first level by so and so by the end of the month, or by after 1 month, by 31st March, or say 15th April 2022. Then the next level. Can anyone share in the chat box the list of actions which you have written? Any one action you can type. Small action. Eat less meats. Very good, Prisha. So let's go to the next step. The last step is do daily actions. Now, what is the most important thing needed to achieve your goal? Action. Okay. So include actions you can complete in 30 minutes. Now, why 30 minutes? There is high chance that you will take some action. Okay. For example, if I take a weight loss example, if suddenly I decide that one day for 3 hours I'll exercise, then next day I will not feel any motivation and nor will I have the strength to do exercises. Okay. So take small actions. So for me, daily actions would be brisk walking for 20 minutes. It could be push-ups or sit-ups or weights for 10 minutes. Eat fruits instead of junk food. Okay. Similarly, I want each one of you to write down your daily actions, the small actions which you can complete in 30 minutes. Write down the small actions which you will be taking to reach your goal. Okay. You can type 1 or 2 actions in the chat box. Practice reading and writing Portuguese daily. Very good, Jesleen. Okay. So now we'll go to the, okay, first we'll, so the fifth tool was 4D method to set and achieve goals. Dream of a goal that is desirable and doable. Define on paper with details and date. Divide into sub goals and do daily actions. The next tool is TIME method to manage time. Okay, for this I'll tell you a story. One night, Ajay is a 10-year-old boy now. He was tensed and he said to his father Mohan that, Papa, I'm feeling tensed as I have an English test tomorrow, but I didn't get time to prepare for it. So father asked him, why, what happened? He said, I have so many things to do and I'm not able to keep a track of all the tasks. So father said, you can create a to-do list. At the start of each day, write down all the things you want to do. After you finish each task, put a tick mark next to it. So next day, Ajay made a to-do list. Now he's a 10-year-old boy. So his list was watch Doraemon, play cricket with friends, homework, and study for maths test. Next night, Ajay told his father, Papa, I made a to-do list, but still I was unable to get time for study for the next week's maths test. So father explained to him that you need to do important things first. So for example, studying for a test, doing homework are important and need to be done first. Playing, watching TV can be done later. So Ajay changed his to-do list, keeping the important things first. Now this was his original to-do list. Now what should come first? Please type in the chat box. What are the important things which should come first? 4, very good. Do homework, very good. Okay. Study for maths test, homework should come first. Play cricket with friends and then watch Doraemon. Now father noticed that Ajay was still not doing important things like studying first and spoke to him. Ajay replied, Papa, I don't feel like studying maths as I find it difficult. So father explained to him that we usually avoid tasks if they are too difficult, too big, or too boring. And here are some tips to motivate yourself. Now, if you find some task is difficult, what we can do? Ask help from teachers, friends, parents. Other reason why we avoid task is if we find it too big. In that case, what you can do? Break it into small parts and do one part at a time. Third reason is if you find it boring. then what you need to do, try working on it just for 15 minutes and see how it goes. So in this case, Ajay decided that he was finding maths difficult, so he'll ask for his maths teacher's help the next day. Next day, Ajay started studying maths, but then his friends came. One of his friends, Ram, said, "Come to play cricket with us, Ajay. We'll be playing with the neighborhood colony boys. It will be fun." So Ajay said, "Come, let's go," and ran out with them. At night, when he was checking his to-do list, he realized that he had not studied for the maths test. He went to his father and told him, "What do I do when my friends call me to play when I'm studying?" The father explained to him, "These are distractions that prevent you from doing important things. You need to eliminate distractions. You should say no nicely. You can play after the important tasks are done." So next day when Ajay was studying, his friend Ram came again. "Ajay, come, let's go to play cricket today and defeat them again." Ajay remembered his father's advice to deal with distractions. And Ajay said, "Hi Ram, I have to study. I can't come now." Ram tried to convince him by saying, "Come on, Ajay, you're one of our best players. With you in our team, we'll be able to easily defeat them. You can study later." But Ajay replied, "Sorry, Ram, but I really have to finish studying. I will surely join you once I finish." Ram said, "Okay, Ajay, see you later," and went away. So father was very happy to see this change in Ajay. Father appreciated Ajay and said, "To help you remember all the techniques I have shared, I have created a super recall word, TIME. T stands for to-do list. I stands for important things first. M stands for motivate yourself. And E stands for eliminate distractions." Ajay found TIME method very useful. His marks gradually improved and he also got time for his favorite activities. So TIME, let us summarize. T is to-do list. Okay, what does I stand for? Please type in the chat box. What is I? Important things first. Very good. What is M? Motivate yourself. Very good. And E? What does E stand for? Eliminate distraction. Excellent. Okay, so you motivate yourself. If it's too hard, you ask for help. If it's too big, break it into parts and work on one part at a time. If it's too boring, take breaks. Okay. Now I want you to apply the TIME method. For this, when and where will you write your to-do list daily? That you need to decide. Okay. Write it in the chat box. When and where will you write your to-do list daily? You need to decide a place at home where you will sit and write the to-do list, and when, at what time of the day. Please write in the chat box. Start of the day, very good. And you also need to decide where you're going to sit and write the to-do list. Morning in the diary, very good. In the morning, mobile, very good. Okay. Now, important things first. Each one of you has set a goal, right? Now, which task is most important to reach your goal? That will come on the top of your to-do list. Please write it. Which task is most important to reach your goal? Include that in the to-do list. And it should be on the top of the to-do list. Third is motivate yourself. Okay, what method you will use to motivate yourself? If you find it too difficult, too big, or too boring, what method you will use to motivate yourself. Eliminate distractions. Which distractions waste your time? Identify the distractions which you waste your time and what can help you eliminate the distractions. For example, people, if suppose somebody distracts you, then you can nicely say no, or usually it is a phone or TV which are distractions. So keeping your phone away. Please type in a chat box. Which are your distractions? TV, very good, Tricia. And what you can do about it? How? What can help you eliminate distractions? TV. Reduce screen time, very good. So to-do list, it's a list of the things that you need to do. Okay. Now, why it is important? When you have a lot to do and you try to remember it all in your head, it takes up a lot of brain power. By writing something down on a to-do list, you can free up the brain space so you can focus. A to-do list is like an extension of your brain. It's like you have an extra brain to store information. So your actual brain can focus on other things. Okay. And after you finish, you need to cross it off. Why? Because it makes your brain happy. Your brain loves knowing it's getting things done. Now, suppose someday you're not able to finish all the tasks on that day. What you need to do? You need to write it down on the next day. So let's do a recap. Be more positive and happy. We learned from two tools. First was circle of control. Focus on the things which are in our control. And second tool was count your blessings. So be thankful for all the good things in your life. So second is be more confident. The two tools were achievement log. We made a list of all our achievements and also list of our strengths. To make better use of my time, the tools were 4D method to set and achieve goals. We use dream, define, divide, and do. And TIME method to manage time. Okay. So with this, I end my session. These are free ebooks. If you want, you can go through them.
Good afternoon, everyone. I, Ms. Vaidehi Yeshwant Patikar, on behalf of the Career and Placement Cell, Principal, and the Management of DVMS Sri Damodar College of Commerce and Economics, very privileged to go vote of thanks. I am immensely thankful to Dr. Hede. Ma'am, I am confident that the participants will have certainly benefited from your resourceful content. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your valuable time and invaluable glimpses of expertise. I would also like to extend my thanks to all the participants for their enormous cooperation and active participation. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for a wonderful session. It was really nice. I think the students got some extremely valuable tips that they can use in their day-to-day life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.